Hi guys, I'm Mike and this is Simon.
And over the past 30 years, we've built and sold over £100 million worth of property combined.
And welcome to the Property Developer Masterclass.
I haven't been here for 4 months, looking absolutely fantastic.
Progressed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Wow. I'm standing on a mound of rubble, which makes me feel far less inadequate than I normally do when I'm standing next to Mike. But I'd love you to show us around the house. As I said, I haven't been here for 4 months. It was completely different to the last time I was here.
So you saw it when it was still a chalet bungalow, wasn't it? And we started soft stripping.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is your main front entrance.
Yeah.
This wasn't actually the main entrance.
No, it was round there.
Yeah, which we've kept. So we'll show you that now is your entrance to the boot room.
Right.
So this is a double height, glazed gable. You've got your double doors going in through here, double height atrium. So this is, you know, in some ways we could have utilised the space potentially a bit better, had the first floor all the way through, but I think visually, to walk through and you've got a full double height, I think it's 5 metre high. Sure. We'll probably have some sort of light fixture chandelier coming down from the inside as well.
Wow. Just quickly, a boot room, for those that don't know, is quite a posh room. Only in the larger homes that we build, a boot room is literally what it says on the tin. It's a room where people keep their boots and shoes, and it's generally off the utility room.
Yeah, this one isn't, but because it was the existing entrance, made sense to keep it there.
Sure.
Exactly that. This is your grand foyer. If you've gone out muddy walking, taking the dogs for a walk, you don't want them running straight in through the main.
Take them through your boot room.
Take them through the boot room, doors are shut, take your boots off, keep them nice and clean, and then they can go into the house.
Right, okay.
Like I said, we kept the ground floor, we'll just go through internally, but we kept the ground floor as it was. So pretty much all the window openings were as they are.
Right.
The garage, was a smaller garage in terms of the opening, but we put a large gold frame steel work in there, structural steel work to open it up.
Right.
But yeah, come on through and I'll give you the tour.
Yeah.
So here is where, if you can picture it, staircase running down the right-hand side.
Yeah.
There is a doorway to be cut through just in there, which will actually take you through to your cloakroom. So
double height here, all the way up.
Yeah, you can't see because of here, but literally it runs all the way to the very top.
And you're going to have a chandelier coming down the centre?
A chandelier or a light fixture. I prefer like the falling leaves, cascading style.
Yeah, I call them chandeliers, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, I understand.
So yeah, stairs here, you'll have the cloakroom there, and then double doors, which is your boot room, like I say, and that's the original entrance we would have come through before.
I remember.
Yeah. When Simon came 4 months ago, this was, I think, it was almost like an office of lots of little rooms. Do you remember? This was what I think they called a sunroom. I had no idea what it was for. Okay. But through the main entrance doors, you've got double doors here, which leads into your kitchen living area.
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt you. You've got vision. I know that. I like to think I've got some vision as well. Did you get any advice on how to plan the house? Did you speak to any interior designers, or just through your experience, you knew how to make it a functional home and what buyers at this level would want?
Bit of both. Okay. So yeah, because of my experience, I find it quite fun looking at a floor plan, playing around with the design without taking all the walls out and making too much cost for ourselves. Of course. Ground floor, yes. First floor, other than picking up and going, I need 5 bedrooms, that's where I passed it to our architect. So Amasia, they're a well-known architect in the area. They're used to doing this size of house.
I know them, yeah.
That's who I gave it to and said, right, this is what I kind of want it to look like. Yeah. These are the things it has to have. Yeah. Over to you guys.
And it needs to hit in the region of £3 million.
Yeah, that's it. Or not so much on the price, that's on my side. Okay. But I said, well, the ground floor is X, so therefore if we put a first floor on, it's going to be Y. Yes. Based on those, we need to make sure it is at 4,500 square foot, give or take, to get the sales value.
Because that is what people will expect in terms of size at the price point that you're looking to achieve.
Yeah, and we also spoke to estate agents as well to say, like I say, I do my comparisons, I know the market, I'm not an expert in it. Estate agents who do it day in, day out in the area, I spoke to them, showed them the plans, and said, do you think this will get the value I'm after, they were fine with it. Said, yeah, more than. But when I did show some of the estate agents around, like I said, there's one of the openings, which was pretty much a waste of space. The estate agent said, why don't you take this bit of wall down, put a stud work wall in, you've now got a much larger room than a longer corridor.
Okay.
Little bits like that, which I thought, okay, I hadn't actually realised that.
So you took the advice of the estate agent and the architect?
Yeah, absolutely. They're your power team for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones who do it all the time. I've got a good understanding of it, but some people aren't going to have that vision.
Yeah.
You use the power team to do it for you. But in here, so it's your double doors will just come through. This is, like I say, your open plan kitchen living space. Island here, or peninsula, which is an island being, you can walk around 360, peninsula just coming off the wall.
Okay.
For your breakfast bar.
Sure.
Bifold doors here. Yeah, careful. Bifold doors here, and then this will be, say, a dining area. And what we're having here, hence this large trench here, is just to put the drainage in because we're having a coffee drinks bar area with a wet sink in there as well.
So I can see you're cutting into the ground floor, the existing slab, and that's
Yep.
to run services.
Yeah, that's to run services. We've kept the slab in place.
Right.
And what we're going to do is put an underfloor heating system on top
With screed.
with a small bit of the screed on top as well. It's a very thin profile because we don't want to eat into the
Loose
headroom.
head height.
Yeah, and because we put new joists in, we've been able to allow for that difference.
Yeah.
But it just means rather than digging and breaking all of this up and at that extra cost, use what's there and work with it. So this is the kitchen. This then goes you through to your separate utility room.
Yeah.
It is a Saturday. We've got no trays here. So there's no work. No one's actually going on site at the moment. So free to walk around safely. This will be your, like I say, utility room, good sized utility room. This wall's got to come out. But our meter services are running through there at the moment. But this will be your full-size utility room.
Through to your double garage.
Through to your double garage. So again, if you've got a nice car collection, swing straight in here, straight through utility and you're into the house. And then you've got a door just leading to the outside there.
It's a lot bigger since I was last here.
Yeah, well,
Feels
it really
a lot
was
bigger.
quite
Feels a lot bigger.
a labyrinth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Through, if we didn't come through this way originally, and you can almost picture the stairs running down. This is the door into your large living area.
Yeah, with your stairs going up above.
Yeah, that's it.
Great.
So we're just first fixing at the moment. First fixing meaning your electrics, your plumbing, and then your carpentry work. But this will be your living area. So we're going to have a TV feature wall on this wall, an electric fire of sorts. You can almost picture where you say your U-shaped sofa. So this is more of your relaxing living area.
Picking up on what you just said, for those that don't understand, we're here to help. Fixings.
Yep.
There's first fix and second fix.
Yep.
And it's done sequentially.
Yep.
So in terms of first fix, you've got your electricians in here now, wiring up, and your plumbers putting in the services, which is your first fix.
That's your first fix.
Then the house gets plastered, decorated, tiled for bathrooms, and that's when your second fix happens.
Yeah.
So you have first fix, they disappear, then they come back at a later stage for the second fix, which is actually putting in the light bulbs, the sanitary ware, swinging the doors, putting in all of the finishes basically. So first fix and second fix.
Some people refer to mid-fix as well. I don't personally, but that's the in-between stage where you're doing bits like before the sanitary ware goes in, it's all the components of that, but for simplicity, I only just refer to
First fix
and second fix. But what I think you've mentioned you do before, and more often than not, if it's a client project, if we're doing it for someone, we will have an M&E consultant. So they will do all the designs, the lighting, make sure everything goes where it is.
What does M&E mean, Mike?
Mechanical and electrical.
And what does mechanical mean for those that don't understand?
Put me under pressure here, mate. A bit of everything.
Plumbing.
Plumbing, and
Okay. So when we say M&E, we'll use acronyms throughout the entire course that we're doing. But M&E is what we in the industry refer to as generally plumbing and electrical.
But the reason for this, and because it's a spec build for myself that we'll put on the open market, I don't normally have electric designs. Simply because I like to do that part myself. So I'll work with an electrician, I'll look at the floor plans and I will draw them on where I picture it. We will then go through the project in person with the electrician and go through room by room. So kind of picturing living in here. And this is the one thing I can't reiterate to when it comes to design. It's actually trying to imagine yourself living in the house. So, okay, this is your living area. So the TV's gonna go there. Okay, what about lighting? So we've got halo lighting to the perimeter lighting in the coffer. Wall lights, where are they going to go? Where are your sockets going to go? Your data points, more wall lights. It's all of those bits. It's quite hard if you're not using M&E consultant. Some people might struggle with that, whereas I like to walk around the house and with the electrician and we mark up and say, I want this here, this here, this here, this here.
See, I run my business completely differently.
Okay.
I will not do anything without an M&E consultant. I want a mechanical and electrical expert on the project from day one, simply because I don't want to spend the time trying to work it out for myself.
Yeah.
So I understand the way you do it, and that's fine. For me and for those out there who are embarking on the bigger projects, I would always recommend, from my point of view, to use a mechanical and electrical consultant who will make sure that everything from the very outset is agreed and calculated and ready for your electrical contractor and your plumber to take over. Because I have no interest in doing what you do.
I would agree 100% with you. 100%, because you can't price something if it hasn't been designed yet. It's only because I've been doing this long enough that I can work with the contractors I've used previously.
Yeah.
They know how I work, how I like to work,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be too much of an issue. We've allowed some provisional sums in there for that.
Yeah.
Back through the kitchen living area. This then takes you down through to your additional rooms.
Yeah.
Do you remember the stairs used to be in here? So this was, because it was a chalet bungalow, there were 2 small rooms and a horrible bathroom full of wasps. This is now the study. It's a good sized study. Most people do work from home or at least need something in place.
Yep.
Study in there.
Yep. Wow, this has changed.
Yeah, so through here is, we're referring to it as the snug, but it could be your kids' room. This is where really we see big U-shaped sofa, nice mood lighting, big screen TV, shut the doors. This can be your cinema room, whatever you want to call it.
I'm sure this was a bedroom.
It was. It was.
It was a bedroom.
Yeah, this was a bedroom.
Yeah.
This wasn't here, this blockwork wall. It took you through to dressing rooms and a bathroom.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. We've rebuilt this. Stud work's gone up.
Yeah. What's this going to be now?
So this is, I'm calling it the bar.
Okay.
But it could be a kids' room, games room, whatever you want to call it. We're just future-proofing it. So imagine your doors opening now here against this wall. So you've got this extra space. Yeah. So this was the hallway around here. We were going to have a cupboard.
Yes,
that's
I understand.
quite a waste of space.
Doors out onto the patio?
Doors out onto the patio. So because this used to be a bathroom, we've got the plumbing and the drainage still in place.
Right.
Logic for me was, okay, well, if we put a bar in here,
yeah,
you can utilise the plumbing. Not everyone's going to want a bar. You know, if they've got kids, they don't drink it, so you don't want to make it too personal.
A house without a bar?
But we'll technically be the second one because we've got one in the kitchen as well. But someone might want this as a kids' room. It's at that point where we're saying we would market it before getting too down the line.
Sure.
And they could still say, well, actually, we do want it as a kids' room.
Or and when you say kids' room, you mean a playroom?
A playroom, breakout room, games room. Someone might want to put a snooker table
close to the kitchen, and it's a good working.
Like you say, with access to your external patio.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will be, because of the level of the ground, we can see we've dug a full trench in, which is going to hold a retaining wall.
Yeah.
A lot of the ground's been dug up and levelled off, so it's a level.
I'm going to ask you about that retaining wall.
Yeah.
Does what it says on the tin, but it's retaining that earth behind it, right?
It's not just a single skin, meaning one brick or block on its side.
Okay.
Because there's not much stability there. Sure. Being the retaining wall, it's got to, like you said, retain that weight and the force.
And there's a lot of weight and force.
There is, yeah. Okay. So that will run all the way along here. As you can see, wall along here to retain that. We've levelled it, so you've now got a good usable space out the back. So like I say, if they had kids or you just wanted somewhere to play on it. And then this is now your patio running the full width from the back of the house.
Great, it's absolutely fantastic, and it's a great sized garden as well.
Yeah.
And it's really quiet.
It is, that's
what
I love.
Lovely estate.
Yeah, it really is. Private estate, so yeah, no noise.
So if I'm looking up now, I can see lots and lots of block work.
Yep.
I can only assume you're either going to render it or you're going to clad it in something like timber. What's the plan?
Render. Yeah, so what we've done, trying to match bricks that aren't the best quality bricks is always going to be quite difficult.
Yes.
Our logic to modernise it, we're rendering both ground.
The whole house.
The whole house.
So it'll be rendered in a white or a grey
like
or
an off-white colour. We haven't quite specified the final colour yet, but we've put new stone. I don't know if you can see just under the EPC. So we've got stone detailing all the way across the middle section. Underneath the tarpaulin bits we've got there, we've got stone heads and new stone sills going in.
Yeah.
So it just gives it a bit more character, a bit more detail. It's quite a cost to add that amount of stonework.
Yeah, sure.
But it just adds something extra to it.
Yeah,
and then against the contrast of the white or off-white render, should make it stand out quite nicely.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much. I'm really impressed. I look forward, to coming back in a few weeks' time to see where you are.
Thanks for joining us today on the Property Developer Masterclass.
If you want to learn about property development, land sourcing, and how to make six-figure sums through both, click the link below and register your interest. God, is this what it's like up here?
Land of the Giants,
Jeez.
mate. Yeah.
Wow. That's what a real man feels like.
Smell the fresh air up here.
I can see the top of your head.
Well, my ball patch.